Okay, so I quit my job, as you guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. The reason for this video is quite simple. I want to tell you all my goals. I want to tell you a bit about my life, what I'm trying to achieve, why I'm doing all this stuff, why I'm even sitting outside with a fucking mustache and a balaclava. People looking at me weird, I don't care. Because I really don't care. I really don't care. When you're born into this world, you have like these hidden rules and regulations and things you need to do, things you need to follow. I was sick and tired of it, bro. I thought that when I get my job, a really good job to be honest, it was a really small company. We had a lot of money flowing in, so we didn't have that many employees, so it was really easy to rank up if you just kept doing the work. But the thing with me was, I don't care if you give me 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K a month. It's not enough for my time. If you lock me up in a fucking office, I can't do it, bro. And I really can't do it. I really could not bear the 8 hours, 9 hours a day sitting at the office. I thought that when I got my job, I was going to be happy, going to be doing all these amazing things, building up my career. You know what I'm saying? That's what everyone is telling you. Go get that job, go get that money, build up your career, make something of yourself. But you're actually building someone else. You're not building yourself, you're building someone else. You're building someone else's company. Okay, they give you something in return. The real turning point for me was when I looked at that damn PC in the right corner on the Windows computer. You can see the date, right? And I saw that it was July and I started in March, right? And I was like, ain't no way 4 months have passed. How fast did these months go, bro? I was so in shock. I was so confused. Like, did I really just live like an NPC for the past 4 months? In the moment, it feels really normal. You wake up, you eat something, you go to your job, you do all the things you need to do. You come home, you do your gym, videos, whatever, crypto. But the most important hours of my day were taken from me for a little bit of money. What is 2K? What is 3K a month? In the large scheme of things, it's actually not that big. It's not that much money. But you're trading your valuable time. I could have spent time with my family. I could have went on vacation. And the real turning point for me was, because it's my first year working in Belgium here, you don't really get paid time off, you know what I'm saying? The thing really is, I asked them for like 2 weeks off. Like, just give me 2 weeks off. I want to go see my family in Morocco. I want to go with my mom and dad to Morocco. Please just let me go. And it was a really tight week because everyone in the company took vacation that week. So I couldn't go. They squeezed some time in and I could go for like 4 days. So I took the car with my dad and my brother. We drove from Belgium to France. We took the boat. We arrived in Morocco and I drove from Nador, the northern part of Morocco, to where we live. No joke, I set my foot down in Morocco, looked at my watch. Yup, it's time to go back. Why? Because I chose this job. I chose job over life. I set foot in Morocco and I saw that I had to go back to Belgium to work my job the next day. So I took a flight. Next day, I needed to go back to work. Is when it kicked in. The realization kicked in that, like, why am I even doing this? Why am I choosing work over life? Because a lot of people, you know what they say? Especially when you were young. It's 10 p.m. You need to go to bed so you can go to work or you can go to school in the morning so you'll feel good and you can do your job or your school good. You've heard this many times. For example, you were like 10 years old playing Minecraft till like 11 p.m. and your mom comes in, you need to quit playing Minecraft because you need to wake up early to go to school. Why do we have this principle that school and work is the norm and everything you do besides that is extra? Why isn't it the other way around? You like doing those extra things, for example, gaming or going outside or whatever, you know? But why is the norm? The norm is to go to school and work and everything you do outside it is extra. For example, you want to go on vacation, you need to ask for vacation. And I'm like, why do I need to ask another grown man for me to go on vacation? If it's paid vacation, okay, I get it. But if it's not paid, like, and when they reject it, when they reject my vacation, I'm like, is my life work? Really think about it. For example, I was like 17, 18 working these fucking difficult jobs in a fucking shit company. And it was, for example, 11 p.m. in the evening. And I was playing maybe Minecraft or Fortnite or whatever. And my dad came into my room very angry. And he told me, yo, MK, go to sleep. You have work at 6 a.m. in the morning. And I was like, okay, so I need to cut my time, the good part, the fun part. I need to cut my fun life in order to sleep well and be ready for a good day of work. But why is it never the other way around? Think about it, really think about it. Those are really crucial concepts you need to think about. Why do we always cut the fun part to go back to the normal life? And why do we never cut the normal life in order to go back to the fun part?
Everyone knows the answer already. It's because otherwise society wouldn't work. I know that, but that's not the point. The point is, why do I cut my free time, my fun time in order to go back to the life I don't like? So that's why I'm building a life I will like every single day instead of hating 5 days of my life and going 2 days to rest. That's not life, bro. That's just straight up hell.
You've never seen anyone, which I understand, but you've never seen anyone telling you like, yeah, I'm leaving work early so I can go like fucking play Minecraft or do something, or make videos, or do crypto, or go outside, or go on vacation, anything. Insert any good activity besides work and school. It's always cut the fun, stop playing FIFA, stop going to the gym, I need to go home early, I need to go eat in order for me to sleep my 8 hours or 6 hours or whatever, so I'm fully replenished to go to work good or go to school good, you know what I'm saying? It's really hard for me to tell you what I mean with this, but it's always cut the fun so you can go back to the normal life. And it's never cut the normal life to go back to the fun. And I was really tired of this thinking, because also in work, it's those little things. Someone telling you when you can or when you cannot eat your food, or when you can and cannot take your break. It was really bothering me, especially because these people, it was a good company, I'm not gonna lie, very good people, but they weren't that much older than me. They were like 24, 25, 26. Imagine a 26-year-old, 25-year-old telling you what you can and cannot do. You're the same as me, bro. I'm 21. I'm not much different than you. Like, why do you have the ability to tell me what to do and what not to do? And also the thing is, with work, when you're a student and you're working these shitty jobs, you're working at McDonald's, H&M, I don't know, the cinema, all those little shitty jobs, the reason why you are getting through it and the reason why you're still happy with that is because, first of all, you don't got a set schedule, and you also know that these jobs are going to end one day. You know it's not for life. So for example, when you work at McDonald's, you know, like I'm being here just 1 or 2 days a week, you know it's gonna end. You know, like, bro, in like 2 months I'm quitting McDonald's, I don't care. That's the fun part. Full-time employment, what comes with it is you look at the clock, okay, you look at your fucking timer, and the only thing you see is 40 more years. And that's the issue. That's when you're like, damn, I really chose this life. I'm stuck. There is no new thing coming for me in the next 40 years. Okay, you might go on vacation, you might do this, you might do that, but you always come back to reality. You always come back. For example, when you just went on vacation, okay? One of my colleagues, he was telling me that he was going on vacation. He got his paid time off accepted. He went 2 weeks to whatever. He was so excited on the job telling me that he was going on vacation. So he came to me like, yo, MK, I'm getting my paid time off. I'm going 2 weeks on holiday with my girlfriend. I'm so happy for this. And I was like, yeah, I'm so happy for you, bro. Like, this sounds really nice. But again, I was like, why couldn't be every day like this? Why is this guy who was working here for 3 years, he was so happy that his holiday got accepted, which means the days he was working, he was miserable. Otherwise, his holiday acceptance wouldn't be anything big, you know what I'm saying? Imagine your diet is like water and bread. And I say to you, okay, you can get pancakes next week. All the week until next week, you're telling me, yo, MK, I'm getting pancakes, bro, I can't wait. I can't wait, I'm getting fucking pancakes. Then I'm like, my conclusion is, you are miserable until you get those pancakes. I'm not telling you pancakes are good, whatever. It's just an example, okay? But that is what I'm getting from this. Fortunately, my mic has died, so I gotta go on with the phone. The quality is gonna be a bit worse, but anyways. When you were a kid, okay? Let's say you were 5 years old. Let's say you become 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. You have all these dreams. I want to become an astronaut. For example, when my teacher told me, what do you want to be in the future? I told her, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be this, I want to be that. All these crazy concepts. I know even people in my class. I'm not kidding. When I was 5, we had a book and people wrote in it, what do you want to be in the future? Someone wrote down, I want to be a Cars. You know the series Cars? The red car, Lightning McQueen? One other friend of me wrote down, I want to be Bob the Builder. They had these crazy imaginations. Yeah, I want to be fucking strawberry shortcake. I want to be this, I want to be that. There were no limits. When you were a kid, there were no limits. It was all limitless. And no one could prove you otherwise. Yeah, I will figure it out. I will become this, I will become that. But remember yourself, you're starting to get this gesture back in your mind. And when you get a little bit older, for example, you enter high school, you're 12, 13, 14 years old, all of a sudden, those dreams are shattered. You know why? Puberty is kicking in. You're realizing that money is like a bit important. Beforehand, money was nothing, bro. You had $5, you were the richest man. You were so happy. You were taken care of. When you're getting older, you feel like those dreams are shattering and they become less and less achievable. Everyone's starting to tell you, be more realistic. When you tell someone, yeah, I want to buy a Lambo, man. No, be more realistic. Don't dream that big. That's not possible. What are you doing, bro? Like, that's not possible, Lamborghini. Like, buy a fucking Toyota and be happy, bro. Like, but when you were 5 and you were telling these things, you were so proud. You had like your cape on. You were feeling like Batman. You were feeling like Superman. You were feeling like a superhero, telling all these things. I want to be this, I want to go to the moon, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be etc. And when you are becoming more mature and you are telling these things out loud, people are calling you crazy. I want to make $1 million. No, that's not possible, bro. That's $1 million? No, bro. And then people are calling out averages. Yeah, the average person makes 30K a year, 40K. I don't care about being average. Why are you letting life and society killing your dreams, bro? Think about it, man. Like, really think about it. You had all these dreams as a kid, becoming this and that. And when you grew up, you were looking at the world thinking this is not possible. But it's really about breaking those stereotypes, breaking those barriers, not being average. That's the goal, not being average. I don't want to be average. You know me, MK, I was always happy, always doing my own thing. I was always being silly. I love these little jokes, brain rot. I'm always like this and I'm never gonna change. Even when I enter the workforce, I'm not gonna change for anyone. I think this is funny, okay? This is making me laugh. Peppa Pig, but in this form, you see how goofy she looks? I love this. And I've always been a fan of Peppa Pig. And I'm never gonna change for anyone, okay? 99% of people, especially men, they change when they enter the workforce. They lose their inner child. They lose themselves. They lose their identity. You are being a clown for 8 hours a day. For example, let me give you a good example. For example, you work at an office and I know you from being a child. I know how you act. I know how you react. I know what you do in your day-to-day life. And when I see my friend going into the workforce acting completely different than he normally is, I know that you're a clown. You sold your soul. This is the first step of selling your soul, is not being yourself. Also, when people are telling you don't act that way, grow up, you're a grown up. Why are you acting that way? Act normal, act like the rest of us. This basically means don't be yourself. Going into the workforce and completely clowning, being a clown for 8 hours, 9 hours a day. You go in, you got your suit on, you're trying to act all professional, but deep down I see you and I know that you are not that guy. You are not that person. You really are an actor for 8 hours a day. You're acting as if you were someone like that for 8 hours a day. Could you imagine MK going into an office and putting on his suit and tie on, acting all professional? For example, you see me doing this, acting all professional and speaking in a certain way like, yeah, boss, we got this deal done. I'm really happy for the company. Bro, that's not me. Imagine doing that for 40 years. Do you really think you are yourself? Do you really think you have lived a life if you were like acting 8 hours a day for 40 years? That's not a life, bro. That is The Matrix. I really don't like using this term. I've recently watched the movie and I get it. I get where the term Matrix come from. Andrew Tate tried to like give a similarity with the movie and real life. It really is true though. He's right. Morpheus gives Neo the choice. You either take the blue pill and you like go back to this dream world, forget everything, nothing happens, and you just live your day-to-day life. Neo was also working an office job at a big company, whatever. Or you take the red pill and you wake up, escape this fucking world, escape this fucking dream world and see reality as it is. Why did I quit my job and what do I want to achieve when I'm not working my job? Quitting my job gives me 24/7 free, zero excuses. I don't have to do anything that is obligated by my work or by anyone. I can do whatever I want. So if I fail making money, if I fail my dreams, it's 100% my fault. I can't blame anyone. I can't blame anything. I can't blame the government. I can't blame my father. I can't blame my work. I can only blame myself. Quitting your job and going after your dreams is giving you 100% responsibility for your goals. Me going all in is literally risking it all. Okay, what are my goals? I have a couple goals. These might sound silly, but these are really childhood goals of mine. And I think a lot of boys can relate with me. First of all, I want to have $1 million in my bank account. Again, this sounds crazy, but I don't care. It's MK9. Everything is possible with MK9. And I really believe in that. I'm not delusional, bro. I really believe I can make $1 million. Second of all, I want to do a backflip, okay? This, again, sounds silly, but this has been a boy dream of mine for so long. And I've always skipped it. When it was Corona time, COVID time, I was trying to do backflips in my backyard. It didn't work as fucking usual. And I quit. I fucking quit. So this time, no excuses. I want to be able to do a backflip. Third of all, I want to be able to do wheelies. Clean wheelies on my motorcycle, bro. Again, it's a boy's dream. Why are you letting these boys' dreams fall behind just because work gets in the way? Life gets in the way. I don't care. I want to still be able to do those things. I want to be able to be cool. And yeah, it's just real nice to do a backflip and to do wheelies and have $1 million. Fourth, I want to be ripped as fuck. Last summer, I was about 9%, 10% body fat. This year, because I made a lot of money, alhamdulillah, I ate a lot of food and I got not fat, but I was like 30, 40%. I want to be 8% year-round body fat, lean, muscle mass, and also pretty big. And also I want to have a big presence on social media. I want to have 100,000 followers on TikTok and Instagram, and like 50K on YouTube. So I don't think that these are unrealistic. I've seen many people break these goals very, very easily. In the next coming days and weeks, you will see me a lot on TikTok. I will be spamming TikTok, Insta, YouTube every single day because I don't have any things to do besides this. I really want to achieve my goals. Why else are you living life? And I don't think working 9 to 5 is my dream life, so that's why I quit. I want to achieve all my goals, stay healthy, pray to God, and inshallah we will achieve everything we have wished and hoped for and be happy. I think I'll end this video with showing you Peppa one more time. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time, guys.